Budgeting can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. One of the simplest and most effective methods is the 50-30-20 rule. This rule breaks down your income into three clear categories: needs, wants, and savings. Let's dive into how it works and why it's beneficial for managing your finances. First, let's talk about the 50%. This portion of your income should go towards your needs, those essential expenses that you can't live without. Think housing, utilities, groceries, and transportation. These are the bills that keep your life running smoothly. By capping your needs at 50%, you ensure that you're not overspending on essentials, which can lead to financial stress. Next up is the 30% for wants. This is where you can have a little fun. Wants include things like dining out, entertainment, travel, and those new shoes you've been eyeing. It's important to remember that while these aren't necessities, they do play a crucial role in your overall happiness and quality of life. Allocating 30% of your income to wants allows you to enjoy life while still being responsible with your finances. Finally, we have the 20% that goes towards savings and debt repayment. This is where you build your financial future. Whether it's saving for retirement, building an emergency fund, or paying off student loans, this portion is vital. By prioritizing savings, you're setting yourself up for long-term success and peace of mind. Now, how do you actually implement this rule? Start by tracking your income and expenses. Use budgeting apps or even a simple spreadsheet to categorize your spending. Once you have a clear picture of where your money is going, you can adjust your habits to align with the 50-30-20 framework. If you find that your needs exceed 50%, it might be time to reassess your living situation or spending habits. One of the biggest benefits of the 50-30-20 rule is its simplicity. It provides a clear structure that can help you make informed financial decisions without feeling overwhelmed. Plus, it encourages a balanced approach to spending and saving. You're not depriving yourself. Instead, you're creating a sustainable way to enjoy life while preparing for the future. Another advantage is that this rule can be adapted to fit your unique financial situation. If you're in a phase of life where saving is more critical, like if you're planning to buy a house, you might adjust the percentages to 50% needs, 20% wants, and 30% savings. The flexibility allows you to tailor the rule to your goals. In conclusion, the 50-30-20 rule is a straightforward and effective way to manage your finances. By dividing your income into needs, wants, and savings, you can create a balanced budget that supports both your current lifestyle and future aspirations. Embracing this method can lead to greater financial stability and peace of mind, allowing you to focus on what truly matters in life. Budgeting has a bad reputation. Many people see it as a restrictive chore, something that complicates their lives rather than simplifies them. But let's face it, budgeting is actually the key to financial freedom. It's not about depriving yourself. It's about gaining control over your money. One of the biggest struggles people face is the feeling that they don't make enough to budget. It's a common misconception that budgeting is only for those with a hefty paycheck. In reality, budgeting is crucial for everyone, regardless of income. It's about making your money work for you, not the other way around. Then there's the complexity factor. Many think budgeting requires advanced math skills or a degree in finance. But it doesn't have to be complicated. The 50-30-20 rule is a perfect example of a simple yet effective budgeting method. It breaks down your income into three categories: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings. This straightforward approach can work for anyone, no matter how much you earn. Now, let's talk about sticking to a budget. It can feel overwhelming, especially when life throws unexpected expenses your way. But remember, budgeting is not a one-size-fits-all solution. It's a flexible tool that can adapt to your changing circumstances. If you overspend one month, Don't beat yourself up. Adjust your budget and keep moving forward. Another common excuse is that budgeting feels like a punishment, but think of it as a roadmap to your financial goals. When you budget, you're not just tracking expenses, you're actively planning for your future. Whether it's saving for a vacation, paying off debt, or building an emergency fund, budgeting puts you in the driver's seat. And let's not forget about the emotional aspect of money. Many people experience anxiety when it comes to finances. Budgeting can help alleviate that stress by providing clarity and structure. Knowing where your money is going can bring peace of mind and empower you to make informed decisions. In conclusion, budgeting doesn't have to be a daunting task. It's a powerful tool that can lead to financial stability and freedom. Embrace the process, find a method that works for you, and remember, it's all about progress, not perfection. With the right mindset and approach, budgeting can transform your relationship with money.
The 50-30-20 rule is a straightforward budgeting method that can transform how you manage your money. It divides your income into 3 clear categories: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings or debt repayment. Let's break it down. First up, the 50% allocated to needs. This includes all the essentials you can't live without. Think housing, groceries, utilities, and transportation. These are the expenses that keep your life running smoothly. If you're paying rent or a mortgage, buying food, or keeping the lights on, that's all part of your needs. It's crucial to keep this portion in check because overspending here can lead to financial stress. Next, we have the 30% for wants. This is where you can get a little more flexible. Wants are those non-essential items that bring joy to your life, like dining out, entertainment, or hobbies. Maybe it's that new video game you've been eyeing, or a weekend getaway with friends. While these aren't necessities, they're important for your happiness and well-being. The key is to enjoy these luxuries without going overboard. Finally, the 20% set aside for savings or debt repayment. This is about building your future. Whether you're saving for a rainy day, a vacation, or retirement, this portion is vital. If you have debt, like student loans or credit card balances, using this 20% to pay those down can relieve financial pressure and save you money on interest in the long run. Now, let's talk about balance. The beauty of the 50-30-20 rule is that it allows you to enjoy your present while also planning for your future. It's a simple framework that can help you avoid the pitfalls of overspending. By sticking to these percentages, you can create a budget that feels manageable and sustainable. To put it into perspective, imagine you earn $3,000 a month. According to the 50-30-20 rule, you'd allocate $1,500 to needs, $900 to wants, and $600 to savings or debt repayment. This clear breakdown makes it easier to see where your money is going and helps you make informed decisions. Remember, budgeting doesn't have to be restrictive. It's about finding a balance that works for you. The 50-30-20 rule is a tool that can guide you in making smarter financial choices. So, whether you're a budgeting novice or looking to refine your approach, this method offers a simple, balanced way to manage your income effectively. In summary, the 50-30-20 rule is all about dividing your income into 3 essential categories: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings or debt repayment. It's a straightforward approach that can help you enjoy life today while securing your financial future. Embrace this rule and you'll find budgeting can be both easy and rewarding.
Let's dive right into applying the 50-30-20 rule in our daily lives. First, we need to calculate our after-tax income. This is the money that actually lands in your bank account after all those pesky taxes are deducted. For example, if you earn Rs 50,000 a month, your after-tax income might be around Rs 45,000. That's the figure we'll work with. Now, let's break it down according to the 50-30-20 rule. The first step is to allocate 50% of your after-tax income to your needs. This means you'll set aside Rs 22,500 for essentials like rent, groceries, and transportation. These are the non-negotiables that keep your life running smoothly. Next, we move on to the 30% for wants. This is where you can have a bit of fun. With Rs 13,500, you can treat yourself to dining out, a Netflix subscription, or even some shopping. It's important to enjoy your hard-earned money, but remember to keep it within this limit. Finally, we have the 20% for savings. This amounts to Rs 9,000, which you can channel into investments, build an emergency fund, or tackle any debt you might have. This step is crucial for your financial health and future security. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Life isn't always perfect, and sometimes your expenses might not fit neatly into these categories. If, for instance, your rent is significantly high, you might need to adjust your wants. The beauty of the 50-30-20 rule is its flexibility. It's about finding balance, not striving for perfection. Tracking your spending is the next important step. Use budgeting apps or spreadsheets to keep an eye on where your money is going. Apps like Mint or YNAB can help you categorize your expenses and see how well you're sticking to your budget. You might even find it satisfying to see your spending habits laid out visually. Consider creating a side-by-side comparison of your actual expenses versus your budgeted amounts. This will give you a clear picture of where you're succeeding and where you might need to tighten the belt a bit. Remember, the goal here is to create a sustainable financial plan that works for you. Regularly review your budget and make adjustments as needed. Life changes, and so should your budget. The 50-30-20 rule is a guideline to help you navigate your finances, allowing you to enjoy life while also preparing for the future. So take a moment to sit down, calculate your after-tax income, and start applying this rule. You'll find that managing your money can be straightforward and even enjoyable when you have a clear plan in place.
Budgeting can feel like navigating a stormy sea, and trust me, I've faced my fair share of challenges along the way. One of the biggest hurdles? Irregular income. If your paycheck isn't consistent, it can throw your entire budget off balance. What I've found helpful is basing my budget on my average income, or even better, my lowest expected income. This way, I'm not setting myself up for disappointment when the numbers fluctuate. It's all about playing it safe and being realistic. Then there's the temptation of overspending on wants. We've all been there, seeing something we want and justifying the purchase. To combat this, I've started using cash or a separate card specifically for discretionary spending. It's a simple trick, but it works wonders. When I see physical cash dwindling or a separate balance getting low, it reminds me to think twice before splurging. It's like having a built-in limit that keeps my budget intact. Now, let's talk about saving. This is where many of us struggle. I used to think saving was something I could do later, but that mindset didn't get me far. The solution? Automate your savings. Set up your bank account so that a portion of your income goes directly into a savings account before you even see it. It's like paying yourself first. You won't miss what you don't see, and over time, those savings can really add up. Remember, budgeting isn't about perfection. It's about progress. No one gets it right on the first try. It's a skill, and like any skill, it takes time to develop. You'll make mistakes, and that's okay. Each misstep is a lesson learned. The key is to keep adjusting and refining your approach until you find what works for you. So, embrace the challenges. They're part of the journey. With a little patience and the right strategies, you can navigate the budgeting waters and steer your financial ship toward calmer seas.
Let me share some inspiring success stories that illustrate how the 50-30-20 rule can truly transform your finances. First, let's talk about Priya. She found herself buried under Rs 3 lakhs of credit card debt. It felt overwhelming and the stress was affecting her daily life. But then she discovered the 50-30-20 rule. By allocating 50% of her income to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and debt repayment, she created a clear path forward. Priya made some sacrifices, but she also allowed herself the occasional treat. In just 2 years, she paid off all her debt. Imagine the relief she felt. No more sleepless nights worrying about bills. She not only became debt-free, but also learned to manage her finances better, giving her a sense of control and freedom. Now let's move on to Ramesh. He had a different goal in mind. For 5 years, he diligently saved 20% of his income. At first, it felt like a challenge, but he stuck to the plan. He cut back on unnecessary expenses and focused on his long-term vision. Fast forward to today, and Ramesh has built a Rs 10 lakh emergency fund. That's right. He has a safety net that allows him to handle unexpected expenses without panic. This financial cushion has given him peace of mind and the confidence to pursue opportunities without fear. Then there's Anjali. She always felt guilty whenever she spent money on her hobbies. Whether it was painting, dancing, or attending workshops, she loved these activities but worried they were draining her finances. The 50-30-20 rule helped her find balance. By allocating a portion of her budget to her passions, she learned that enjoying life doesn't have to come at the expense of her savings. Anjali now indulges in her hobbies guilt-free, knowing she's also securing her financial future. These stories highlight that budgeting isn't just about restricting yourself, it's about creating a framework that allows you to enjoy life while being financially responsible. The 50-30-20 rule empowers you to prioritize your needs, enjoy your wants, and save for the future. It's about achieving peace of mind and the freedom to live the life you want. So whether you're looking to pay off debt, build savings, or find balance, remember that small consistent steps can lead to significant changes. Your financial journey is unique, and with the right approach, you can write your own success story.
The 50-30-20 rule is a powerful yet simple tool to take control of your finances. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. This rule breaks down your after-tax income into 3 categories: needs, wants, and savings. Let's dive into it. The first 50% of your income should go towards needs. These are your essentials like housing, food, and health care. It's crucial to distinguish between what you truly need and what you might want. This can be a game changer in how you view your spending. Next, we have the 30% for wants. This is where you can allocate money for things that enhance your life: dining out, entertainment, hobbies. Remember, it's okay to enjoy your money. The key is to keep this within the 30% limit. This balance allows you to enjoy life while still being responsible with your finances. Finally, the last 20% is for savings and debt repayment. This portion is vital for building your financial future. Whether it's saving for a rainy day, investing, or paying off debt, this 20% can make a significant difference over time. Now, if you're just starting with budgeting, I recommend tracking your expenses for a month. This will give you a clear picture of where your money is going and how it aligns with the 50-30-20 rule. You might find that you're spending more on wants than you realized, and that's okay. The goal is to adjust as needed without feeling deprived. Budgeting is about balance. It's not about cutting out everything you love. It's about making informed choices. If you find yourself overspending in one category, look for ways to adjust in another. Maybe you can cut back on dining out to save more for that vacation you've been dreaming about. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend who might also benefit from these tips. And don't forget to subscribe for more content that can help you master your money. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's your biggest budgeting challenge? And what's one tip you found helpful in managing your finances? Your insights could help someone else on their journey. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.